Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to go over my favorite 3 investments for starting off that I always recommend to beginners and why I actually recommend them and how you can make money from them. We're going to talk about dividends, we're going to talk about ETFs, and we're going to talk about crypto. Let's jump on into it, guys. Guys, the first thing we're going to talk about is dividends. And dividends, the reason why I love them is they are as passive as you can get. You ever heard somebody say make passive income? There is no passive income like dividends. That is true passive income. It is a distribution that a company gives out to people who own the stock. So it's essentially a way for a company to reward its shareholders and to distribute wealth amongst the people who own it. Now, why is this such a good idea? Most ETFs that are dividend ETFs, such as like SCHD or a lot of dividend stocks, what they do is they grow their dividend, which means every year, not only are you going to get the dividend that you were promised, again, it's a promise to a degree, but you're also going to get an increase in wealth. Now, this depends on what the company decides to do that year, how profits are, and all that such. But if you are able to build a very good dividend portfolio, you can essentially make your entire wealth come from this dividend. So if you can leave your job, you could do whatever you wanted to do, or just increase the amount you're investing because you have so much money to play with. Now, SCHD, I'm just going to give you a ratio. If you were to invest $200 every month into SCHD for a year, so that's $2,400, you'd get paid $8,400 this year. Doesn't seem like a lot. However, next year it will be $90 with the essentially with the growth pattern of these guys. Now, the thing you want to remember is you don't want to stop investing. You want to continue to invest into the dividend portfolio so that the amount of dividends you get increase, and then you want to reinvest those dividends, essentially creating a thing that people like to refer to as a snowball. Because imagine this, you not only put in the $200, but now you put in the $84 as well. And you keep doing that year after year as it grows, as the portfolio gets bigger and bigger. And do you know what happens? You end up making a lot of substantial wealth. Now that is why dividends is fantastic, guys. Right here, I'm going to put in my favorite dividend stocks and dividend ETFs on screen here just for you to take a quick look at. And then we will be able to continue on with the next person's video, which is ETFs. The second part of this video is just as fun. We're going to be talking about ETFs. So ETFs are exchange traded funds, and these are pretty much funds that follow a certain index, such as S&P 500, which is something most of you have probably heard of at least once in your life. Now, S&P 500, what it does, it is tracks the overall stock market for the top 500 companies. So top 500 companies in the USA are going to be put into a stock, and that is going to be an ETF. Now, that most ETFs are like the spider ETF. So I'll put it on screen for you. They have insane growth. Mostly every 5 to 6 years, they usually double their money. Now, what this means for you is if you put any substantial amount of money in here and you just grow it, these will usually give you the best growth aspects. And as you can see, look over 40 years by investing just $200 a month in. A lot of money. So you not investing a lot, but investing over time is going to substantially create you wealth. And these are why ETFs are important. They're low management, meaning that you do not have to openly think about it. You don't have to research your companies. The ETF does it on your behalf. And because they produce so substantial wealth, a lot of people use this as a fundamental part of their portfolio, and you should as well. Make it quick and easy. Make it just every month. Make it every bi-weekly, however you want to subdivide your paycheck, but make it work for you. And there is literally nothing better than an S&P 500 ETF. And now the last part, the very fun part, crypto. Now, guys, I want you to understand one thing. I have made a substantial amount of wealth with crypto because it is super volatile. However, volatile doesn't mean it's a great wealth building tool. It means it's a good gambling tool. So, guys, what I'd recommend is Bitcoin is kind of as safe as you can get now for an asset that is a safe asset but is not a safe asset. And what I mean by this is it's still not fully backed by any government. There are a lot of people who use it, of course, and that's what makes it safe. So what I'd recommend for anybody in this portfolio to put 5% of their wealth into something like crypto. The reason is, man, you don't want to give up on the core fundamentals on what makes investments. And those are stocks, those are dividends, those are anything that has proven results over hundreds of years. These financial tools have been here forever. So using the newest tool, which is most likely going to make its way now, a lot of people are starting to switch to crypto. However, you don't know which crypto they're going to switch to. So because of that simple fact that you don't know what you don't know. You need to invest smart, and especially when you don't have a lot to when you don't have a lot to lose. People think, oh, go all in on crypto. That's the wrong thing. Building habits is the best thing. So guys, buy small amounts of crypto and make sure that your main portfolio is going to have your stocks, and it's going to have your bonds, it's going to have your ETFs, it's going to have your dividends, and make a plan. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Appreciate this small video. If you guys could like and subscribe, I would appreciate it much, and we'll see you next time. Have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.